Well, I was just about to sit down and edit this video. I went out to bust the ice out of the water tubs for the cows, and there was a cow having a calf at that exact moment. So right now, I'm gonna go out and sit there and make sure that the calf's gonna be able to suck just fine and get some hot milk in his belly, or her belly actually, it's a heifer, and make sure we're not gonna have to bring her inside the house to dry her off a little bit more. It's cold outside, it's 5 degrees right now, it's gonna get down to 0, so gotta be careful. I have always loved getting people out on a gravel road and letting them see the farm life firsthand, whether it's in the field at our full-time farming jobs or here at home on our own little cattle ranch. So now I'll bring the camera along and you sit back and ask the questions. Let's explore this Midwestern farming and ranching lifestyle together. This is your channel. This is Dodge Brothers Farm and Ranch. You're about to witness a rare sighting of the other Dodge brother. Right there. He made his way out in the middle of the night to help with this newborn calf. Make sure she doesn't get frozen to death. He's got to be hauling hogs at what time? 4:30? 5? 5 o'clock. Well, we gave the calf a shot of selenium, dried her off with some towels and a blow dryer, got her warmed up pretty well, tossed her back in the pen with Mom, and she's doing pretty good. I'll check her a couple more times throughout the night when I go out to check the other 2 cows that are penned up. Hopefully they don't decide to have a calf tonight. It's going to be cold and not much fun, so if they could wait till the next couple nights, that would be fine. Now that we got all that taken care of, let's get back to the video that I was trying to edit when this calf was born. This is a recap of how calving season has gone so far. Sit back and enjoy. I'm super proud of this young heifer. She did a great job delivering her first calf. It only took her about half an hour to have the calf. I put her in the calving pen before I left for work that morning because she was acting a little strange and isolating herself from the rest of the cows. And my wife checked her every 45 minutes, and one time she went out to check and the calf was already up nursing. So you cannot ask for more than that. That's a perfect win. Oh good, more snow. I thought we might run out. Look at this cute little guy. Look at him. You say hi to everybody on YouTube? New mom's doing a great job. Got the other barn bedded down now. And the new calf is getting his first taste of being outside in the snow. And no sooner did we get those 2 moved out than this cow surprised us with a calf that was at least 10, maybe 12 days early. Hey guys, you know what I've always wanted this winter? An ice storm. And we got one. It is just a disaster of wet ice everywhere. We are in the middle of a brutal winter storm. The wind is 45 to 48 miles an hour sustained wind, over 50 mile an hour gusts, straight out of the west. We got some snow last night. I have no idea how much snow we got because the snow is just completely airborne. I had already moved the first calf and his mother out into the other barn, which has a south-facing door, and I moved them on Friday. This morning when I went out, even though the wind was straight out of the west, it was starting to fill that other barn up with snow. When the wind blows that hard, it's just unbelievable what it can do, where the snow ends up. So we brought Mom and baby back to the calving barn and put them back in a pen in here because they were both pretty well covered in snow this morning. And it's gonna get fairly cold tonight. The temperature's already dropping today, even though he's probably old enough to take it pretty well right now. I wanted to get him back in here and get him dried off before it gets really cold tonight. So this is what we're looking at. Ladies and gentlemen, when you have airborne snow moving at 50 miles per hour plus, like I said, the snow gets everywhere. Everything was clean until last night. This is crazy. This guy was born on Friday morning, and for some reason he's chosen to lay in that corner where the snow's blowing in a little bit. He's got a nice dry spot that he's curled up in, but the whole rest of the pen is really nice and isolated from the elements, but he's decided he wants to lay over there in the corner. That's fine. He's doing good. He's got a belly full of warm milk. He's not cold. He's out of the wind. Not a very good week to be born, but they definitely picked the best days of the week to be born. This morning would not have been a good time at all. Well, it's a balmy 2 degrees this morning. Nice and comfortable. The snow has drifted clear up the sides of these hog finishers, covered up all the fans on the north sides of the buildings, and we're gonna spend the whole day today and maybe part of the day tomorrow trying to dig that mess out. This is unbelievable. Look what I found. There's a fan under all that snow. And right in through the roof vents on the grain bins comes all this snow driven out of the west at 50 to 60 miles per hour yesterday. This'll be fun. Well, we thought we were done having calves for a couple of weeks here, but our other first calf heifer gave birth to this cute little 56-pound calf this morning, totally unexpectedly, just a little over 2 weeks early. Hello there, YouTube. Welcome to the calving barn. We've got 3 calves born already. One of them was pretty much on time, and the other 2 were pretty early. One was 2 weeks early, one was a little over 2 weeks early. And it's been a struggle for those 2 that were born early to get them started. Fortunately, we didn't mess around and wait too long before we tried to help them. It's really important that you get something in their belly in the first few hours after they've been born, especially when it's so cold outside. We tried milking the cow into the calf's mouth and trying to get it to latch on, and they were kind of weak and slow starting. We put some nice hot colostrum in a bottle and tried to get them to drink out of the bottle, and they wouldn't suck. They had no sucking reflex. They just kind of put the bottle in their mouth and just sit there with it. So you have to stick this tube down their esophagus into their stomach and just dump the colostrum right into their belly. And it's unbelievable. The turnaround after you do that, they feel so great from having something nice and warm in their belly and getting that first energy that they're up and running around within 20 minutes after you do that. It's amazing to see the change. She's got just a little bit of an attitude right now. She's still in super overprotective mode. She's a pretty gentle cow overall, but since she's had this calf here, she's been a little bit disagreeable. 175. Her calf is right over here in the corner, and this heifer was born last Tuesday. This heifer was 16 days early, and she only weighed 56 pounds when she was born. we had to bring her in the house because it was really cold the morning that she was born, and she had a pretty rough, slow start. She had to be stomach tubed as well, and I wasn't having any luck getting that tube down her esophagus. I had to have the vet come out, and we did it in the basement of the house because it was just so cold outside. But she's doing great now. She's really taken off. And with the weather that we're currently having, it's bitterly cold right now. It's 4 degrees for a high today. It's going to be 12 below overnight tonight. Tomorrow, 6 degrees. The wind is blowing hard out of the northwest. So we've got 3 cows penned up in individual calving pens in the calving barn right now, which makes a lot of work for me because these pens that I've got them penned up in have got to be cleaned out once or twice a day and rebedded. Obviously, I'm not cleaning it all the way down to the floor. I'm just kind of scooping up the cow pies and bedding down the spots that I cleaned up. You also got to feed them and water them multiple times a day while you've got them locked up in these pens, and try to keep the water from freezing in their buckets. We got these rubber water tubs, which work pretty good because they're so flexible that you can just kind of take them outside and bang them on the ground and bust the ice out of them. If they were outside running around, they would have access to the bale feeder with a round bale in it, and they'd have access to the big water tank out there with the heater in it. But having them in here, you got to kind of take care of them a lot more often throughout the day. Like I say, with the weather, we just can't afford to have them do it outside.